All right, we've got a special guest at the farm today. Kristen, will you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, my name is Kristen Zumo. I am a range ecologist with the National Audubon Society. I work primarily in our conservation ranching program in Minnesota and Wisconsin.
Okay. And can you just briefly, what is Audubon?
Yeah, Audubon is an international, basically, bird organization. So we're concerned with bird habitats and their health for the current and future generations.
Okay. And what does that have to do with farming or grazing or what we're here for today, I guess?
Yeah, we get that question a lot, like why is Audubon, like as bird organization, interested in grazing? And it all ties back to how grassland birds are our fastest declining group of birds in North America. And most of the grassland habitats in North America are in private hands or leased for grazing. And
Mhm.
so if we're going to do anything as, a bird conservation organization, working with landowners is the best way to do that. So we have the conservation ranching program, which is a certification that works with grazing producers who are rotationally grazing in a way that creates bird habitat. And so we certify them as being bird-friendly grazing products, and then consumers can
Mhm.
then identify their products in the stores or on their website and support what they're doing for the birds.
I thought it was really cool when I found out about that just because I want to, like part of what we're doing here, I want to create like a healthy grassland ecosystem. So for me, it's kind of a checkup on what we're doing and how we're doing. I can see the
Yeah.
birds myself, like I can see the changes, but it's helpful to have somebody who knows what they're doing out here and and confirm,
Yeah.
I guess, what I'm seeing. So tell me, like, what do you see out here on our farm?
Yeah, so I mean that's whole part of the conservation ranching program is not just to say we're helping with the birds, but we have to be able to show that. And so anytime a farm or a ranch is going into the program with us, we do bird surveys to kind of track the progress and what we're seeing over time. And so out here today, we were seeing a handful of our target grassland bird species. So as much as I survey for everything that I hear or see, I am most specifically interested in the focal grassland bird species. So the ones that we were seeing here included bobolinks and dickcissels, grasshopper sparrows, and savanna sparrows. And I said dickcissels already, I
Yep,
think. But yeah,
yep.
so that's I think we, depending on what area of the state we're in, that we are looking at very specific species that make sense for being in
Yeah.
that area. And those are four very important grassland species for here.
And those are all species that I never saw before. Like I grew up here, and this was all cropland surrounding. So
Hmm.
since we've started converting the cropland to grassland, those species have come in, which is really exciting to
Yeah,
see, I think. And then it's also just part of, like to me, if we can create a healthy, functioning ecosystem, like that's going to translate into healthy food for us, for my family, for the
exactly.
community. So that's it all goes together.
Yeah, it does. And one of the cool things about grazing is that it creates what we call like a mosaic of different types of grassland habitat. So it's not just, grass is grass. For birds, they're different species like different types of heights of structure. And so when you're grazing, you're creating that different type of structure. So
Hmm.
like if you've just grazed down an area or maybe you heavily graze an area, there are certain species that like super low grass areas. So like our vesper sparrows and upland sandpipers and horned larks really like the low stuff. But as you get taller, there are species like meadowlarks and bobolinks like the taller
Hmm.
stuff. And so grazing is like this really great way to incorporate all of that into a grassland area and provide habitat for a diverse number of grassland birds.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah,
thank you, Kristen.
yeah,
Thanks for being here.
yeah. Thanks for having me.